Hello friends, I welcome you in lecture number 41 on logic. In this lecture we will discuss one more problem on rules of inference for propositional logic. This problem was asked in GTU Summer 2024 exam. We are discussing how to determine the validity of argument or argument form from several lectures, and in this lecture also we are going to determine the validity of this argument form using truth table. We know that we are having different methods for checking whether given argument form is valid or not. One method is use of truth tables. Another method is using rules of inference, which we have understood or derived using truth tables. Here they have specified that you have to use truth table to determine whether the given argument form is valid. So whenever they specify to use truth table, you must check the validity of argument using truth table only. And if nothing is specified, then you can use either truth table or some standard rules of inference to determine the validity of argument form. Now we know that whenever we want to use truth table to determine the validity of argument form, we will check the rows or lines corresponding to premises. Suppose premises are denoted by P1 and P2, and we will find out all those rows in the truth table in which all the premises are having truth value true, and we will check whether the corresponding truth values of this conclusion are also true or not. So whenever all the premises are true, implies that conclusion is also true, then we can say that given argument form is valid. So what we have to do here is we have to first prepare the truth table, and you can see here we have three variables P, Q and R, and using these three variables we have to find out the column for P implies Q. Similarly we have to find the column for P implies R. Then we will require this disjunction of Q and R, and then we will require P implies Q or R. So first we will prepare these columns, and then we will see that whenever premises are true, implies that conclusion is also true or not. So here I have prepared the table, and I will require one more column that I am writing at the end. Here I will require that P implies Q or R, that is the column corresponding to this conclusion. So first we write down the different possible combinations of truth values for these three variables P, Q and R, and we know how to write down different possible truth values. For P, first we write down T 4 times, then F 4 times. We have explained how we can write down these different possible combinations for truth values of three variables in starting lectures of propositional logic. Here we write down 2 times true and 2 times false. Similarly true true and false false. For third variable we write down alternately true and false. True and false. And here we have conditional statement P implies Q, and we know that P implies Q is false whenever P is true and Q is false. In all other cases it is true. So we will concentrate on these two columns for writing truth values of P implies Q. Here P is true and Q is also true, therefore we write true here. Here also P and Q both are true, therefore this is true. Here P is true and Q is false, therefore this is false. Here also P is true and Q is false, therefore P implies Q is false. in these last 4 rows P is false, so we don't have to worry about truth value of Q. We will simply write down that P implies Q is true. Again we emphasize that P implies Q is false whenever P is true and Q is false. In all other cases it is true. Similarly, we have to write the column corresponding to P implies R. So for that we will concentrate on the columns of P and R. Again this is false when P is true and R is false. So we start with first row. Here P is true, R is also true. Therefore we write true here. Here P is true and R is false. Therefore P implies R is false. Here P and R both are true. Therefore we have true here. Here P is true, R is false. Therefore we have false here. In remaining 4 cases P is false. Therefore P implies R is true. Then we write down Q or R, that is disjunction of Q and R, and we know that Q or R is true if either Q is true or R is true or both are true. So for this we have to concentrate on the columns corresponding to Q and R, and if we find at least one true, then Q or R is true. So here Q is true, therefore this is true. Here Q is true, therefore this is true. Here R is true, therefore this is true. But here Q and R both false, therefore this is false. Here Q is true, therefore this is true. Here again Q is true, therefore this is true. Here R is true, therefore this is true. Here both are false, therefore this is false. Now we have to write P implies Q or R. So now we will concentrate on Q or R and P. And P implies Q or R is false whenever P is true and Q or R is false. So we start with first row. Here P is true and Q or R is also true, therefore this is true. Here P is true, Q or R is also true, therefore this is true. P is true, again this is also true, therefore true. Here P is true and Q or R is false, therefore this is false. And for last 4 lines P is false, so we don't worry about truth value of Q or R. We can directly write that this is true. And here let me extend this. Okay, I forgot to draw the column for this. So this is easily understood. So what we have obtained is, we have obtained the columns corresponding to P implies Q, P implies R, that is premises. This is P implies Q, P implies R, and conclusion is P implies Q or R. Let me check again. P implies Q, P implies R, and P implies Q or R. That is P implies Q, P implies R, and P implies Q or R. So these two are premises, P1 and P2, and this is conclusion. And we know that the argument form is valid provided that conclusion is true whenever premises are true. Therefore, we will find out all those rows in which both P1 and P2 are having truth value true, and if corresponding truth value of this is also true, then our argument form is valid. So in the first row we can see that P implies Q and P implies R both are true, and here conclusion is also true. So for first row it is valid. Then for second row both are not having truth value true, Similarly, for third row also both are not true. For fourth row also both are not true. So they are both simultaneously true in first row. For fifth row both are true. So corresponding truth value of conclusion is also true. Then what about sixth row? Here also both are true and corresponding value of conclusion is also true. Same thing for seventh row also. Whenever these two are true, P implies Q or R is also true, and in last row P implies Q and P implies R both are true, implies that conclusion is also true. So what we have seen in row number 1, 5, 6, 7 and 8, premises are true simultaneously and corresponding truth value of P implies Q or R is also true. Therefore, we can say that whenever P and Q are true implies that P implies Q or R is also true. Or we can write in this way: P implies Q or R is true whenever P implies Q and P implies R are true. And that we have obtained from row number 1 and 5 to 8. Row number 1, 5, 6, 7 and 8. In all these rows we have observed that when these two are true simultaneously and corresponding value of P implies Q or R is also true, that means P implies Q or R, that is conclusion is true whenever these two premises are also true. Therefore, we can say that given argument form is valid. So using truth table also we are able to determine the validity of given argument or argument form. All we have to remember is that argument form is valid whenever conclusion is true, whenever premises are true, or premises are true implies that conclusion is also true. So this is nice question and it was asked in GTU Summer 2024 exam. We will continue with this lecture series in upcoming lectures. Thanks for watching.